Want to win free flea or tick treatments? Watch and listen closely. Entry details at the end of this video. Dr. Katrina, so good always to see you.
How are you, Kay?
Smiley, very, very well. Change of season, always catch up. But we're not winning the war on the parasites. Why is that? How come?
Oh, I think fleas are a problem pretty much all year round, and people don't realise that because they think of them primarily as a summer problem or a spring-summer problem, but because our houses are heated so well now, and because fleas don't just live on their pets, a lot of the fleas' life cycle lives in the environment, they can be a problem the whole year.
How do we get on top of it?
Okay, you've got to assess a couple of things. One is treating your pet for fleas, and the other is treating the environment. So with the environment, that is regularly cleaning your pet's bedding, vacuuming thoroughly. We were just having a chat about vacuuming. Vacuuming between the floorboards, flea eggs getting between the floorboards and the skirting boards in the furniture. So you need to really thoroughly clean your house regularly and the bedding, and then look at treating the pet. Now, we've been very lucky over the past, 20 years that there's been such huge advances in how to control fleas on animals. I think when I was a kid it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. We'd put them, dunk them in these awful baths of chemicals, and then that would just kill the adult fleas but not break the life cycle. So, now there's a variety of products on the market. I am a fan of the spot-on products that you use once a month. The best thing is to talk to your vet about what is the actual best one for you.
Now, spot-ons have been around for a while. I do know there are some new products on the market, which is great, but I hear that some of the problem is that people just can't understand how to use them. I mean, it can't be that hard.
Well, I think they are. I think a lot of the time it's owner compliance. So you need to do what the product says to do. So if it says it's a monthly product, make sure you use it monthly. Excuse me, Riley. There's a camera there. Can I speak to the camera? Likes the limelight, don't you? So speak to your vet about the best way to use that particular product, and then make sure you follow through. I think a lot of people see a result and the pet doesn't have fleas, or they don't see any fleas on the pet, and they think they're fine, and they wait until there's an infestation. So just one little flea usually means there's a whole lot more fleas on the body of the animal, and people don't realise that.
I remember being mortified once, years and years ago, taking my poodle to the groom and being told, riddled with fleas, and I hadn't seen them. He wasn't scratching.
Yep.
So what are the things you should be looking out for?
Different pets react differently. So there's a condition called flea allergy dermatitis, which is when the pet is basically allergic to the saliva in the flea, and they're those pets that it's so stressful for them that they tear at their skin, and it's incredibly painful. A lot of other pets, so for example, if Riley got a flea, you might just see that he's chewing often at the base of the tail, is where the fleas like to go into, where it's nice and dark in those thick areas in there. Yeah. But also flea dirt, and people don't realise that flea dirt, which is little black or very dark brown specks in the coat, if you brush them onto a piece of paper towel, you think it's just dirt, but if you put a little drop of water on, you will see that it actually goes red, and it's dried faeces from the flea that contains blood from your pet. It's pretty gross. So flea dirt is something to look out for on your pet, and also sometimes even in the bedding as well.
But it's not just fleas, there's an even worse predator out there.
Yeah. Paralysis ticks. Paralysis ticks are already out in force. Now, we tend to think of them as a summer problem or a spring and summer problem, but in parts of coastal Australia, they're actually a problem all year round. And with the beautiful, amazing weather that we've had that goes between hot and cold and rainy and humid and dry, it's perfect for ticks. And a lot of the vets are already reporting many cases of tick paralysis, and also some cases of death already. The thing with paralysis ticks, if you live in a tick area, it's time to start using your preventative and be diligent and checking your pet every day. But be aware, if you don't live in a tick area, if you're travelling on the weekend somewhere, hello Riley, hello. Hello, Riley. If you're travelling out of your comfort zone or out of your zone on the weekend where you're in a tick-free area, to somewhere on the coast, make sure you find out if you're going to a paralysis tick zone, because that is when people come unstuck. Right.
Now, the other thing is that I know in the past when we've gone on holidays, the tick prevention only really lasts for a couple of weeks. Is there anything better and longer lasting around?
So there's a variety of products for tick prevention on the market. It's always good to have a chat to your vet about the best one for you. There is a 3-month long-lasting tick collar called Scalable, which is great and can be used in puppies from 8 weeks of age, which is fantastic. And I love the fact that it's got a long period of time that it's effective and it doesn't smell. But again, speak to your vet is always the best person, and be aware that a lot of these products aren't safe safe for use in cats, so just be very careful with what you use.
Okay, well that sounds like it's very promising. Is there a time limit on when they should be put on? Because I was surprised to hear that some of the other tick products have to be put on in advance.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Ideally with all the products, again, check the instructions on the product. Most products recommend that you put them on about 2 weeks in advance, and people don't realise that. So don't just throw it on the day that you're going away. Throw them on in advance to give the product time to work properly. If you don't have the luxury of that time, by all means use your preventative product. But please, no matter what you're using, make sure you check your pet over every day. And with the tick searches,
I can tell you hate that, Riley.
Well,
you hate being searched for ticks.
Oh, you're such a lass. You just smile, don't you, buddy? With the tick searches, I recommend going head to tail, and basically that's just about feeling your pet over for the tiniest of lumps and places like, in the ears, around the neck. They often get around where the collar is, right down under feet. Can I have your foot? Foot between the pads, right through under the tail, around the tail. And if you feel them over every day for the tiniest lump, it's a good opportunity to feel your pet over for any lumps or bumps, but also to hopefully find those ticks early on.
Well, it started very, very soon. Hopefully we won't see any more fatalities.
Look, that's a big wish, because unfortunately there usually is around the country, and it's one of the most heartbreaking conditions, because it's preventable and it's so sad. And to watch a pet, I mean, literally they paralyse sort of from the back up, and eventually it's the muscles of the respiratory tract and that get paralysed, and it's just awful.
What if they do find a tick on the animal?
Yep. Remove it with tweezers, or you can actually get those little tick removers, which are like a little tool to like prise out the tick, but otherwise tweezers. If your dog is showing signs, then I recommend that you go to the vet, and if your dog is paralysed, straight to the vet.
Years ago, again, our girl Kismet, we were on holidays.
Yep.
Didn't do any of those things. I know for sure in future what I'll be doing.
Yeah, it's horrific. I've had many friends where I say, be careful going down the coast. Yeah. And then sure enough, they end up in the clinic. They're just one of those really horrible little creatures, and I don't think there's enough awareness about them.
Well, you're doing your part, and we'll do our bit on Pet Talk People.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you, Riley, as well.
Oh, you're loving it, aren't you?
I can be in trouble when I get home smelling Riley. Yes, I was in trouble once little Chica here got a whiff of Riley's smell, but she got over it. Okay, now here's our giveaway we promised you earlier. The Pet Talk people are offering you the chance to try out the very latest flea and tick products on the market. Activil is a new spot-on treatment, which, unlike most products on the market for fleas, is actually safe for cats as well as dogs. The Scalibor tick collar, which Katrina mentioned, is just for dogs, but it does last for 3 months, which is probably a lot longer than anything else you've tried. So, if you'd like to try either of these, absolutely free, then simply send us an email with your full name and address, your preferred choice of Activil or Scalibor, and if it's Activil, your dog or cat's weight, so that you can be sent the right dosage for their size. How do you enter? Easy. Just answer this one simple question. When should pet owners treat their pets for fleas, summertime or all year round? I think you know the answer. Good luck, and tell all your friends to check out this video for their chance to win.